guys, welcome back to another episode of Guy Party. This is beautiful Brad.
That's just
yeah, boy. It's Christmas season.
It's time to drink.
Yeah. Be jolly and drink a lot of booze.
It is my favorite drinking time of the year because I love Christmas ales.
Yes, you said that before, and
I say that a lot.
Well, I mean, it kind of turned me on. So I'm like seeing all the like snowflakes on beers. I'm like, I gotta try these out and try these out.
They're delightful.
Yeah, they're delightful. I don't know how festive you get with it, but I mean, you came every day. We clearly get pretty festive.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's one of those things. As I've aged, I feel like my preference in holidays has changed, and I feel like we may have had this discussion before because this is feeling familiar, but I do feel like I gravitate more towards Christmas. I used to hate Christmas, like, when I was younger, but I think it's because, like, I'm not saying I'm, like, well off by any means, but, like, I'm manageable, like, to afford to be able to, like, do Christmas. Whereas, like, when I was, like, in my early 20s, I was, like, going to check and go every fucking week.
Yeah.
And getting the payday advances to pay off the payday advances.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh my god, I've been there too many times, dude.
So back in those days, I'm like, fuck Christmas. I can't even afford this shit.
Yeah.
But now it's just like, yeah, okay, yeah. And like I said, I can't really say that I'm any better at managing money. But at the same time, I'm still in a position, I can put myself into a position where I can do some spending around the holiday season. And it's not just that, but, like, I do feel, like, the warmth of it.
Yeah, it's a warm feeling.
It is. Like, you go through the store and, like, unless it's, like, some irritating Christmas music, I think a lot of it's good.
I like it.
I like a lot of it.
So do I.
Like, if you work in a store, maybe that's it. Because back in those days, like, I was doing retail and I worked in stores.
And you just heard the same shit.
It's just, yeah. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Maybe it's just like a thing when you're young to hate Christmas, because that's like, Christmas.
Yeah.
But because everybody loves it, but it really is. It's just a very, very positive time of year where everybody is like Thanksgiving. Like, let's be grateful for what we have, and then Christmas, let's celebrate what we have by, giving gifts to those that we love. And you know what I mean? It's just, it's very, 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 very positive.
Yeah, and the older we get, I just love hunkering down and just like the lights. It's cold outside. Like, let's stay inside. It gets dark at 5:30, but everything's so lit up because of all the lights. It's just, I don't know. It's a warm.
And feeling. I know you may have had this conversation before that we both mutually do not like winter.
Yeah, I hate it.
But I can tolerate it in the month of December.
So can I.
Because you kind of want it to be cold. It does give you this kind of, like...
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, yeah, it's nice. It's enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's nice. And it's like, yeah, you get to spread joy.
Amen to that, yeah.
I feel like we need to have, like, a Christmas special where the Killjoy team, the Dalians, try to fight Santa Claus or something.
Dude, yes. We'll have to
next year.
Or we can meet up again.
All right. That could be the part 2.
Yeah, part 2. Yeah, where the Dalians try to kill Santa.
That's too much joy.
Yeah, kill the joy.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's a good time of year if you're not just like some stubborn, bastard.
Yeah. We were also kind of talking about something before we started the pod.
Yeah, so I mean, as we're getting older, things change, right? Mm-hmm. And as we get older, we talk about the fact that, people don't come out as much, but we still have, like, the couple of booze heads that are still out there.
Yeah.
And out of our group of friends, it's like, you have those that are like, nah, I'm going to be responsible, like, I'm going to stay home, like, I'm not going to drink every day.
Yeah. And then, like, the older you get, the more your mortality comes into consideration.
Yeah, that's absolutely a point, yeah. And you're right, we were having this conversation off pod, and I was saying that, for me, it's like, why do I want to invest in my 70s?
Yeah.
When it's unlikely that I'll make it there. And I know that's grim, and for anybody who's hearing this, I'm sorry to talk like this, especially after what I put you through, where I did almost die at 36. I don't want to die at 36. I would love to live to like 90 if I'm still coherent.
Same here.
If I'm pooping on myself and not in my right mind, I don't want to do that. But at the same time, realistically, I'm a fat alcoholic with a heart problem.
But luckily, you got it in check young enough to where you got that goddamn...
Oh, I do got the device.
Yeah, so that's going to probably keep you alive. So you...
That's true. I'll have a few booze heart attacks and then boop, boop.
yeah. I mean, it should just shock you
I'll
right
pop
back
up and grab another PBR.
Yeah. So, a little more context. We were talking about, investing into our 401ks. What's the fucking point if we're not going
to... Get there.
Yeah, because, we're not
then all that's happening is that it's going down to your relatives, and it's fuck them.
Fuck them. I mean,
what do they do to deserve it?
Yeah, I mean, why shouldn't I take that extra trip, to save money for something I'm never going to see? Because we're not our parents' generation. I don't think we're going to get to retire when we're 65. We're going to be working till we're fucking 70-something.
That's true. That's another thing. They keep pushing back our retirement age. Mm-hmm. Our parents got to retire at 62, 65, whatever it was, because life expectancy wasn't as long. And now it's our generation, official retirement age, I don't even think it's still 70.
Yeah, I know.
And it's just oh, okay, so you literally want us, if we get to 70, because I guarantee you most of us that get to 70 aren't making it to 80.
Yeah.
And so you want us to just have 4 or 5 years of comfort before we go. Don't you feel when you've worked your ass off since you've been 15 years old that you should have a little bit more than 4 or 5 years to enjoy yourself? And not even good years. They're shitty years.
Yeah. Everything hurts.
Yeah, for real. And that's why I've always thought about, like you said, the 401k thing, cashing that shit in. And fuck it, cashing that shit in, taking 2 years off of work, and just going on a road trip out west and exploring the national parks.
Just cash it in, give the house to the kids, and be see you fuckers later.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather. Yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna have some years where I don't have to work, I'd honestly rather them be when I can still move.
Yeah,
I can probably work if I can't move. All I have to do, especially for my work, all I have to do is be able to move my lips and be slightly coherent. There are people who are very incoherent that I work with that still manage to keep the job.
Yeah, and then, on top of that, then you got to worry about AI. AI's coming for it all, dude. You should hear our, new messaging system. It's completely AI-based. It's I'm going to be out of a job soon, back in a factory, wasted a bunch of money on trying to get a career. But that's another topic for another time. But, kind of going back to what we were talking about,
I know, that last episode with the Killjoys just brought us down too much.
Yeah, man. Fuck the Killjoys.
We need fucking Richard Simmons in here getting us pumped back up.
Yeah. So what got us on this was saving up and how long we would make it, and we were kind of well, fuck it, we're not going to live till we're fucking 80 to get our goddamn, benefits.
But that made me think about, our group of friends.
Yeah.
The old, can I say Drunken Army?
Yeah, of course.
The old Drunken Army, that group of friends, and it's thinking about that group, and we've lost a few of them already.
Yeah, we have.
But it's which ones, trying to cherry pick which ones out of that group
that are going to make it.
They're going to make it into retirement and not die a boozy death.
Yeah, yeah. So let's get into it. There's several. We might forget some people.
Let's start with the indestructible.
All right.
Michael Benjamin.
Yeah, he's
going to make it to 96, I think.
Yeah, I always said when Bing Bong was around, he would outlive us all.
Oh, absolutely.
It's always the maniac. Same with Whack Attack. The fucking imbeciles are going to be the ones that fucking outlive everyone.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Michael, I love you to death, but your hard head is going to save you.
Yeah. Even if an asteroid falls.
Right. His helmet will protect him.
Yeah. Your head's made out of Ankylosaurus type body armor.
The Stegosaurus tail.
Yeah.
Right. So, so I feel those are the indestructibles.
Yeah. Would you put Jake Shekels into the indestructible?
I don't know. I don't know about Jake Shekels. I don't think that he's quite... I think he isn't indestructible, but a different kind.
Yeah.
Like the kind that's just like, his veins are just flowing with like fucking beer and cigarettes.
And he's more tamed down to where he's kind of on our level now. Like,
yeah.
He's not a complete animal like the mentioned above.
Right, he's gonna be like the old dude, like, look at that old boozer over there. Like, he's gonna be the old town drunk or whatever. Yeah. I mean, he does eat a lot of red meat, but there are just those dudes out there that, for whatever reason, like, they can chain smoke and drink every goddamn day, and they still make it to 90.
My grandpa, man.
Yeah.
He made it to 86. He was an alcoholic, like a raging drunk. Smoked cigarettes till he was like 65, I don't know.
Yeah.
He ended up quitting when my grandma got lung cancer, but, I mean, dude, 40 years of fucking 3 packs a day.
Right. A lot of taxing on that body. Yeah, so it's just, I don't know. Like, it's hard to say, but it's like, you think about, like, the people that you hang out with, and think about them, like, as old men.
Yeah, because, I mean, like we were saying, it's inevitable at our age. Like, you start thinking about that shit. Like, who the fuck's gonna be around? Who's gonna make it? Yada, yada, yada.
The DA reunions at Ethel's. In 30 years, it's gonna be like 3 people.
Yeah. I mean, you sent me a picture over the summer of 2 old men sitting there in lawn chairs, and you're like, you thought of the DA when you saw that.
There's the last 2 survivors or whatever.
Yeah. So, alright. I guess we were kind of like going individual based before we started the pod. But what do you think the average mean of life expectancy of a drunken army / guy party member will be?
I mean, if you factor in them all.
Well, let's cut out the
I mean, it'd probably be like 30 or 40, right? At least, like,
well,
if we combine them.
Let's cut out the chicks, because, I mean, there was a few chicks that...
chicks always live longer than dudes. Anyways.
Yeah, and I like
they got more sense about them.
A lot of them like to go ham back in the day, but they gave it up, and, I mean, dudes just go ham. It's not just our group. Dudes just like to get fucking turned up and hang out with the bros, dude.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, it's just what it is.
Do you feel like part of it is, like, for guys, just based on, like, how society has been throughout the years, it's like guys feel like more weight is on their shoulders in like relationships and stuff. Like if they fail or if they fuck up, it's just gonna be the end of it all kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's just me. But anyways. Alright, so we're saying median age. Okay, I will say like...
Unless you want to go into each individual.
I'll say 58.
58?
Yeah.
Damn, we're creeping, dude.
I know.
But that sounds about right.
Doesn't it, though?
Dude, because we've known people that have gone earlier. And...
Well, I will say what gives me a ray of hope is Amber's dad, Jamie, who is like 66, and he doesn't drink that much. I will give him that. But in his heyday... he was a complete boozehead. And he still smokes cigarettes every day. And his mom, Amber's grandma, is like 85 now. She just celebrated her 85th birthday recently. And she still drinks beer too.
Yeah, you know, it's fucked up. Like, I went to the doctor today, actually, and like, they said my blood pressure was amazing. And we've been hanging out today. Like, you see me, I'm like chain smoking and drinking booze like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
It blew my fucking mind.
You know what? Maybe if you just attack that shit hard and often during your youth, like maybe your body just adjusts.
That's what I'm thinking, dude. Like, it's with all the maniacs, like how ham they went. I almost feel it's just throwing like shit against the wall, but I feel like booze almost preserves your organs, dude. The more you drink.
But you have to do it young.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you lead a relatively sober life and then you just switch on the booze when you get older.
It's not going to work out.
Yeah, it's just shocking your body when it's too fragile.
Yeah, it's like trying to, quit anything, and like the shock that your body gets from it.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Like, do you remember that episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where they thought they had, like, the flu or whatever that was going around?
Yeah.
And really, they had just been sober for, like, a day?
Yeah. That's us. Yeah.
And those dudes are, like, our age. Like,
Yeah, and they still get fucked up, too.
I mean, the characters.
Well, because I know they went out on a tour doing their podcast, and they would get hammered. Like, you could buy, like, passes to get drunk with them and shit.
Our dads, and especially our granddads, like, the ones that worked in offices and shit, you remember Mad Men? They would drink at work. Like, that just makes me jealous. That just makes me mad.
Hey, but they didn't get remote work. We can drink at work, too.
That's true.
I do it all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I do it,
especially
like,
on Thirsty Thursdays.
I do it, like, at the end of my shift sometimes, but...
Yeah. I mean, like, today I'm sitting there trying to fucking get this idiot to fucking get this laptop out, and I'm fucking drinking my beers. Like, come on, Casey, let's do this.
That's true. It's all circling back.
Yeah. But just in different ways, because, like, I don't think our roles, if we were in an office building, we could drink beers, but luckily we're remote.
That's
so,
true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true, yeah. And that was in the days when, you know, offices were just ran by men.
Yeah.
And... see, men like the booze. It's like once you, like, let women into leadership, they're like, you probably shouldn't be drunk at work. And then we're like, yeah, you're probably right.
I can't even count them on a whole hand, like, women that truly love booze as much as dudes. I mean, they're all about going out and having some drinks and getting a little crazy from time to time, but to, like, sit there and drink like we do,
Yeah.
I know, like, maybe 3.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, the booze thing is just,
It's a dude thing.
it is a dude thing. But
Sorry,
but
girls.
what is that? Like, is it just, like, we have to, like, silence our urges to come or something? Like,
I think it's a way to cope with women.
we have that stupid, like, Mongo hunter personality.
Yeah.
That stems from, like, when we were apes.
Yeah.
Like, and it's all that testosterone
And women are just easier going, and I don't know, they can coexist and make... Yeah, they're homemakers. We're ravagers.
And they can watch the Hallmark Channel and, like, feel the same thing that we get after drinking 6 beers.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we're watching the Hallmark Channel. We're trying to figure out where we can go masturbate because she showed cleavage.
Right.
Like,
right.
Yeah. We're primates. They're more evolved.
Right. We were the hunters. They were the gatherers.
Yeah, they were the homemakers.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Right. And so, yeah, they're wanting to keep the peace inside the house.
Yeah.
And they realized that, like, in the primitive days, they needed us to, like, go out and, like, club other dudes.
Yeah.
To keep from, like, raping them and stuff.
Yeah, yes.
But now, like, yeah, they're just like, like, can you, I don't know, like, take out the trash? And we're just like,
Yeah. We're way evolved past primates, but there's still that little tick in our head, and we got to dumb it down with booze.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's that competitive thing.
That too.
Just like the whole competition thing. And I'm not saying that women aren't competitive, but at the same time, it's like we were bred on being competitive. Like
alpha male,
like Wow West.
Yeah, trying to get ass. I mean,
Right.
like, we were designed to fuck. Our mission is to fuck.
That's why, as the modern man, we have to come to our senses sometimes. And when we feel that, like, negative, like, mojo, like, building up in our balls, we have to release it.
Like, when you feel that energy and you walk over and you see a fucking Mountain Dew and a fucking Marlboro cigarette and a Steeler fucking sticker, and you know the Killjoy was there.
Oh, yeah. Well, like, when you feel that, like, anger boiling inside of you because your kid came out and asked to watch a movie that you've been watching for 2 hours and it's in the last 15 minutes and he wants you to explain the entire movie to him and he can then join you in the end. but then he doesn't actually join you in the end. He only joins you for like 5 minutes and then asks you later how the fucking end went.
You know what you should do? You should just whisper in his ear and be like, meet me in the back bedroom in about 30 minutes. Me and your mom will be back there. Let him watch.
Let him watch. Let him watch.
I'll show you the ending of this movie, motherfucker.
Or just like leave the bedroom door cracked and open.
Like, this is how this movie ends.
And like I'll have her like on top of me. I'll like be looking around her like and through the crack. And like we're making like eye contact through the crack.
You will drink with me next time. This is why men drink beer. Because they've heard their mothers get ravaged.
We have thin ass walls, and I've always thought that they could hear it. Every time, like I'm like, shh. Like, you're not being quiet enough. but I appreciate it because that means I'm doing well.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm just like, fuck it. Fuck their childish brains.
Yeah, man. I mean, they're going to have to grow up and learn how to drink, too. Or smoke weed, or dumb that man brain down.
They're just surrounded by weed. Because I smoke the stuff. Like, Amber tries to hide it, but she still smokes it in front of them sometimes.
I mean,
like the Delta
enough.
8 stuff. But yeah. Their fucking grandfather just reeks of this stuff. And he doesn't smoke he doesn't vape. He smokes the real shit. The flower. Like, so he's just reeking of it.
I mean, they're teenagers, shit, dude.
They know what's up.
Yeah, I mean, we get ripped around. My fucking nephews, they're teenagers. We drank, smoke, fucking whatever.
Oh yeah, like maybe at first I was a little bit about it, but yeah, I get drunk around them all the time, whatever. And sometimes they think it's funny. They're like, "You're drunk," and I'm like, "Nah, you're young."
Some of the best kids I've ever seen, they grew up the best, was the ones where the parents didn't try to hide shit from them. They were up front, like, this is the real world, dude. I mean, let's not give them all to them, but let's also, like, yo, dude, this is what it is.
And, I always felt like television and movies just never really capture, like, real life. Like, the closest, like, I felt like that felt real to me was, like, the OG Roseanne.
Yeah.
But Married with Children, don't get me wrong, is fucking hilarious. But
oh, God, it's the best.
I'm sorry, but no. And even Roseanne, honestly, like, they were a poor family, but they had a 2-story house.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. And they were living in a trailer.
I love with television, like, oh, we're poor, but, like, yeah, we're in a 2-story house.
Right, like Al on, like, a mall shoe salesman.
He's got a hot wife. And
yeah, right, and a 2-story house.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and his wife doesn't work.
Yeah. Like, how the fuck does that work?
No,
it not even in the 80s, 90s, it doesn't work.
Not even.
Yeah.
He's making at that shoe store like $3 an hour.
Yeah.
back then.
Yeah, I remember old fucking Brunzy. He worked at a shoe store. He would show up in like this vest and shit and get all wasted. He's like, yeah, working at the shoe store like Al Bundy.
Hey, those are some excellent shoes to step in.
Yeah.
But yeah, what were we talking about? Oh, which of us are going to die later?
We kind of gave, like, the median number.
How about instead of, like, let's take a more positive spin.
Yeah.
Let's think about the old versions of ourselves. Let's just assume that every one of us makes it to 75.
Okay.
And let's talk about what we're going to be like at 75.
Who are we going to see and what are we going to be like?
Yeah, so we'll still be doing Guy Party, 30th anniversary, or 40th anniversary, or whatever, and we'll still have, like, 1,000 listeners.
Yeah. I don't know, yeah.
No, we'll have more by then.
I'm sure, I mean, dude, Spotify sent me the list. We're going global, baby.
That's right, bud. They're going to love us in India.
Yeah.
If you're, like, in Israel or Palestine, we don't have any of those listeners anymore.
No, they're done.
Palestine. There's no N in it. Palestine.
I was talking to this chick, and she brought up the pod, and she was like, well, how many listeners you got? And how do you know? It's like, well, our feed shows us shit. And I was like, yeah, roundabout, on an average, we got like over 100 listeners. And she's like, well, you know, you can mark that down to 99 or whatever because at least one of them is Chester's wife. I'm like, no, she doesn't listen to it. And she's like, why is it that bad? I'm like, yeah, it's trash.
It's just fun for us.
Yeah, then that's what I told her. I was like, this is a fucking dude. We love it. Like, this is our hangout.
Yeah. And we get to hang out and just come up with stupid stories.
Yeah.
I love it.
And that's all I give a fuck about.
I love it.
Yeah. So it's like, until we can't physically do it anymore, I plan on doing them.
Hell yeah. All right. Old versions of us.
Yeah.
75. All right. Now, let's address an important question. Have the Bengals won a Super Bowl?
God. You know, I hate to say it, and I think we even talked about it, or I think I talked about it with you, or it might have been somebody else, but I think it might be another 30 years before we're back at one.
And do we win that one?
Yeah, so with that being the case, that puts me at 70. So, I don't know, man.
Joe Burrow Jr.
Yeah. I mean, all right, yeah, we're supposed to steer this more in a positive direction. What are you thinking?
All right, so I'm thinking that the whole injury thing with Joe Burrow is just something early in his career. Mm-hmm. And he comes around and he does turn into, I don't want to say Brady, but like maybe like an Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees type where he's consistently having us in the postseason, maybe winning a few MVPs, and getting a ring, maybe two, but at least one.
Even with the cap hell
Even with
coming?
the cap shit.
Because when the cap hell came, Breeze and Aaron Rodgers never went back to a Super Bowl.
Well, I think that'll happen.
And see, here comes me with the killjoy.
Yeah, I know, right?
So, I was listening to a Beat Writers podcast. It's called Hear That Podcast Growlin'. It's a great fucking podcast. You should check it out. Anybody listening that's a Bengals fan should check it out. But he said, play the end of the story for this season. He built it up like, all right, it's like a Knights, and Joe Burrow's the king. He got knocked off of his throne, and he got thrown in the dungeon. Meanwhile, he's sitting there nursing his fucking wrist, building it back, ready to go. And he looks over, and what does he have? His new number 12 overall pick and a fourth best schedule. And he's like, you know, he's still fucking the montage. He's building it. And like, dude, a number 12 overall pick and a fourth best schedule. Let's run it, dude. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
maybe he actually gets a full training camp. It's got to happen at some point.
Yeah. He hasn't had a single one.
No, it's got to happen. It has got to happen at some point that he survives fucking training camp. And I don't know. Like, it makes me, like, never want to meet the fella. Because I'm like, we'll ruin him.
Yeah.
like we'll be like, go get a drink with us, Joe.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he's just a goddamn booze head.
Yeah. We got his fucking girlfriend over at Luke's house fucking stripping for us. And Luke shoving a pumpkin up his ass.
Luke rubs off on him, and like in the locker room, he calls Jamara the N-word or something.
Yeah. And he's over there when the fucking reporters come in, and he's sitting there out of the shower. He doesn't have a towel over him. He's sitting on top of a pumpkin stem. His dick's just hanging out. And it's not like one of the small pumpkins from the fucking photo shoot.
It's a giant one.
It's like a full one. It's like a whole caboose.
I'm sorry, but if we didn't even have a Super Bowl, if we could just have a post-game press conference where Joe Burrow's like sitting with his ass like 3 inches deep into a pumpkin stem, his whole fucking career will be worth it.
Oh yeah. Post games at Luke's house. They trucked the whole fucking locker room over to Luke's house.
You know it'd be amazing if someday Guy Party Fest, like our games, is on ESPN.
Yeah.
With, like, commentators and everything. Like, they give us, like fucking Chris Collinsworth.
Yeah, did you see, I sent you a screenshot. Somebody put a picture of, like, a bunch of fucking Chinese feet or some shit I was talking about.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. And Neighbor Mike's like, what is that, Luke getting ready for Guy Party Fest 2024?
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, alright, yeah, it's coming, baby.
I love that everybody's just like, okay, this is it.
Yeah.
Like, this is like the new, like, just go balls out party.
Yeah, like, this is what we're doing, like the Halloween party.
Right, where everybody would be like, I'll circle that one. That's the one time per year where we get a babysitter.
Yeah.
That would be cool. But, alright, so, 75-year-old us's.
Yeah, let's get back to that.
Let's start with James Sweet, because I think that was the one where, like, I started talking about it off pod, and you were like, we gotta talk about this
Yeah,
on
I was
pod.
like, let's fire this shit up.
Right. So, 75-year-old James Sweet, what does he look like?
Oh my god. I want to say he definitely makes it to 75. God bless his soul, but he clearly doesn't have a retirement. I don't know, man. He's all into...
Is he still living with his parents?
Well, I think they're long gone at that point.
Maybe they're like 95 and he's just like taking their social security checks.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like 95 you're in a home at that point.
I don't even know how old his parents were when they had him, but yeah.
His dad's pretty cool, but he didn't meet his dad till recently. Mm. He likes to party.
I feel like for James, like, he inherits that house, but then maybe loses it to taxes.
Oh, yeah.
To property taxes. He's like, oh, like, I had to pay that?
Yeah, dude, property taxes around here are nuts.
Right.
So it's like, I gotta work 6 months and not even be able to fucking eat ramen noodle and just pay fucking, property taxes.
He has, like, the money order made out to pay his property taxes. It's not even a check. He can't get a bank account. Yeah. It's a money order he bought at UDF. Just takes it over to Brody. Slides it over to him.
Oh, God.
Buys like $2,000 worth of fucking, like, weed and gummies and stuff. Even though we can go now, because now it's cheaper at recreational.
Yeah. just being a good friend.
Supporting local businesses.
Yeah.
I can't support this weed conglomerate.
Yeah, because fuck corporate America.
He's 76 and homeless on the street, like playing a bass that's not wired up to anything, trying to like get change for people.
Yeah. Watch this.
Help me, Guy Party. You're my only hope.
Yeah. So, you got any change? My buddy sells weed. I need some smoke. And like, he doesn't even give him like any discount. It's just like tax the fuck.
It's like, man, can you give me like a little bit of a break? I need some biscuits.
Hands him a stale biscuit and a fucking quarter bag of weed. $400. See, what the hell? I can go to fucking Jungle Gyms and get it for $30. Small business prices, man. Bidenomics.
You don't want to harp on a small business, do you?
Yeah. Of course not. He just gets back to slapping.
He's sitting outside Jungle Gyms. Somebody comes out like, didn't you used to work here like 30 years ago?
Yeah, like, cash is obsolete at this point, so they're just like throwing coupons in there.
Just like notes of positivity.
Yeah.
Like little like sticky notes. Like, keep going, buddy.
Yeah, hit that A note a little higher.
A couple people throw in some joints and a few cigarettes.
Yeah. It's like, shit, how am I gonna fucking pay Brody?
Oh, God.
Alright, so who's the next one? What is Dave doing when he's 75?
Probably playing golf.
Yeah. Just living his best life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like his wife's still looking fucking amazing.
Yeah, I'm sure she is.
Yeah.
You know what we're forgetting about our good friend Junkie James?
What?
Is that his kid is a starting wide receiver.
Oh, that's right.
For the Eastgate Chargers.
Yeah.
Making that league minimum, baby.
It was one night down there at Jungle Gyms, man. He slapped that bass too hard. Came in a black girl's pussy.
he tranced her.
Yeah, it was just so groovy. He came in like, oh. It's like one of those beer fest moments, like from the movie.
Yeah.
You see it, and he's like playing like some goddamn Les Claypool type bass.
Yeah.
And like in reality, it's just like.
and like he's seeing this beautiful like African goddess like floating towards him.
Yeah.
It's just like fucking cracked out, like fucking chick like foaming at the mouth and stuff. Gives him rabies.
Yeah.
He dies of rabies.
He dies of rabies at 76 in front of Jungle Gyms with the bass in his hand. So James dies of rabies. Dave is just living his wonderful life. What happens to Tom Gilpin? Is he the 58-year-old?
He is, because here's the thing, like a doctor at some point is going to tell him that he needs to have a surgery, but that surgery is going to cost him a bit of money. Mm-hmm. And he's going to be like, we can break it down to where it's like $50 a month. Like, we can put you on a payment plan for $50 a month. You'll have this shit paid off in like 4 years. Mm-hmm. And he's just like, meh.
Yeah. Dad 58.
Dad 58. You know how like at a funeral, like people take like the dirt and chuck it on the coffin? Mm-hmm. We'll just take like a handful of pennies and
some hamburger meat.
Rolled toilet paper.
Yeah. He loved the toilet paper, man.
Toilet paper. I hope they have 2-ply in hell.
Yeah, you know it would be awesome, like get the whole funeral service to throw nothing but toilet paper on it. So there's only like a thin layer of dirt. So like eventually, like as the toilet paper decomposes, the fucking grave settles and they have to spend more money to fill it up. So it's like, God damn it, Tom.
As soon as you say more money, it's like that moment in a horror movie where like a hand bursts up through the ground. Yeah. And it, like the finger goes,
Like, I got you, babe.
Like, oh man, you said its trigger word.
Yeah.
If you look into a mirror and say more money 3 times, Tom Gilpin will appear.
Yeah. Alright, so the next one up has got to be Luke. That one's going to be interesting.
For some reason I'm thinking AIDS, but... but, like, not how you would expect it.
Yeah, because, I mean, like, it's almost curable now.
It's got to be, like, a new one, like...
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's got to be, like, patient 0.
Yeah. They call it fucking Lades at, like... And how did he end up contracting this new variant?
So, I think it's at Guy Party Fest, like, 20. We go back to the dildos, but we get, like, used ones.
Yeah, because we're, like, on a budget because we're retired at this point. We're trying to.
We're sitting next to Junkie James at Jungle Gyms. Playing instruments to raise money for Guy Party Fest. So it's not even like this time we don't even get him from Temu, we get him from like Demu or something. Like some new shit that's like AIDS R Us or something like that. Like HIV discount. Like, because we're like, obviously, like, we're just going to be tossing these things around. Who cares if they have AIDS on them?
Yeah.
Nobody's going to shove one in their ass.
Yeah, like, who would do that?
Right.
And then later on the night we go in, he's got 4 of them in his butthole.
And you already, like, had, like, a case of, like, dormant, like, 1990s AIDS in there. But, it was suppressed through, like, modern medicine. But then you, like, combine it with, like, this new, like, Russian AIDS or something.
Yeah, it's just turbo, man.
Yeah, it's...
His butthole starts blistering like Toxic Crusaders.
Like fucking stripper coughs on him and he just like turns to like the Thanos, like when he snaps it just turns to ash. It turns to dust and fly. Died at 61.
Dust in the wind.
Dust in the wind.
Oh, so you gave 61?
I gave him 61, yeah.
James made it to 76. Dave's leaving to like 90. Tom went out at 58.
Yeah, we gotta set, we gotta set somebody low.
Yeah. I mean, Tom Gilman's the perfect fucking one to send out low.
No, I mean, we gotta go lower if
lower,
the average is gonna be
shit.
there, yeah. Unless we move the average. Maybe we move the average to like 68.
We gotta figure out our deaths.
Oh, well, for sure.
Who else do we have? I mean, we don't want to do the girls, because if any girls listening, we don't want to offend them, but...
Right. Shax?
Yeah, let's set up Jake Shekels. I think he's the one that goes the youngest.
I think so too, but it's not how you would expect. Like, I think he sets himself on fire trying to cook some meat.
Because, like, when you knew him in the 20s, he would do that for, like, everyone to laugh at him.
Right.
But, like, as he's gotten older, he's not like that at all. But he ends up doing it while he's cooking meat. I love it. The propane tank explodes.
Takes out Josh Johnson too. So that's where we get our younger part of the median.
Yeah.
Just wipes out the whole Indiana clan.
Yeah. All of them, yeah. The Praetors.
Yeah, they're gone.
Just nukes the whole goddamn Aurora.
Like the fires reach like the sewer lines or something and just like whoosh.
Yeah, it's like almost like nuclear I can't talk.
Wasteland.
Yeah, dude. Nuclear level explosions.
Right, like FEMA's in there and shit.
Yeah.
And like one of them's left and it's like, I don't know, who's the cockroach of that group?
God, there was a lot of them. Probably Stick.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, oh shit.
Philman?
No, they were cool.
No, I'm just saying, like, if there's, like, a greasy motherfucker...
Oh, the one that survives?
Yeah.
Probably Chris Prather.
Okay.
Just for, like, the whole goddamn counties are nuked all around.
And he's on the news.
Well, no, and then all of a sudden you get a messenger. Have you seen he hit you? He's like, what's up?
Doesn't even recognize it.
It's like, motherfucker!
What are you getting into?
Yeah, what are you getting into? It's walking. It's like, dude, it's a nuclear holocaust over there. It's like, I'm down 85 pounds.
His death is gonna come at like 85 years old.
Yeah,
he's gonna try his like 10th like comeback.
Yeah.
The UFC.
Yeah.
He's gonna get into a fight.
Somebody's gonna punch his fucking head off.
At that point, the UFC fighters will have like all robot hands, and he's like, "I'm not into that." Punch his head off like a fucking rock'em sock'em.
Yeah, just fucking decapitates his ass.
Like a Mortal Kombat fatality. Oh yeah, Junkie James wins.
Yeah, they just fucking bury his head. What are you doing?
All right, the Indiana crew's gone.
They're gone. They're just decimated.
Oh, damn it, all that sewage. Oh, you know what? Who is the Indiana termite? The cockroach that comes out of it besides Prather? Well, Michael Benjamin.
Oh, I forgot about it. Yeah, he is an Indiana boy.
Yeah, he had his helmet on in the blast, and so, like, because he was just, like, I don't know, ramming the wall.
Yeah, digging through the sewers. Yeah. Like, Daddy, I'm going to find food.
He's got blasted, like, the blast, like, projected him into the Ohio River, and because of his helmet is also works as a flotation device, so he just, like, rises to the top.
Yeah. It looks like a buoy.
Yeah, it's got a blinking light on it and everything.
I'm feeling like that's building into like a Ram Stoker Dracula kind of type thing. Like they find the buoy and they rescue him, and then like they end up crashing into a port. And he just
the last survivor.
Like the cleanup crew's out there, and all you see is just that fucking helmet, just boom. With the light on in the night.
He would be the Toxic Avenger.
Yeah.
Stop getting rid of all your trash. It's important. Remember we used to always make fun of him for eating trash, and then he got really mad about that?
Yeah.
He never liked being bottled into one thing.
No, and then we tried to expand it, and that didn't work out either.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
So how does he eventually go? He survived the Indiana nuclear blast.
This is tough. Yeah, well, he's one of the, he's in the Zack Attack Bing Bong.
He is. He's in that older group.
Yeah, he outlives us all.
Yeah.
He's what makes our medium go up.
Right.
Yeah, because, like, nuking out Indiana makes it equal to what we originally picked. What was
right,
yeah.
because they were all, like, probably, like, 46 or something like that.
Yeah. So, like, that's a lot of dudes.
Yeah, there's a number of dudes that dropped the average. Woo!
Yeah.
And then Michael Benjamin, like, living to 120.
Yes, exactly. What the fuck? It drives me nuts though, like, cause yeah, him, Whack Attack, and Bing Bong will fucking outlive us all. Mark our words, I don't think I'm gonna know where they're at, cause I'll be long dead and gone, but they will outlive us all.
It'll be one of those things where, like, he's in a wheelchair, and whoever his caretaker is will have just had enough, and they'll just, like, wheel him to the curb, and then trash service will come around.
Yes. And they just pick him up, and he's a can.
Yeah.
And, you know, they smash it to me. You hear it pop like a pumpkin with his head.
That's the end of Michael.
Yeah.
Out of age 120. Good job.
Dude, yeah, for real.
Good job, buddy.
Like
you, like, doubled up most of us.
Yeah, he might have seen a Super Bowl win for the Bengals, so we don't know.
Probably not the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, no, Mexico City.
Right.
Yeah. Who else have we got in Eastgate?
Do we say how Gilpin was going?
Yeah, they were going to give him surgeries. And
he refused. Yeah.
Even
That's
though they put him on a $50 a month.
Right.
Yeah.
They put him on a reasonable payment plan with no interest. And he wasn't having it.
Yeah. It's like, I'd rather die. And he's like, you know what? Fuck you, wife. I want buried with the bank account. All the money. Pull it all out and bury me with it. Fuck you.
It's its video will.
Yeah. She's like, all right.
To my darling daughters. You should work for what you get.
Yeah. Yeah, and says she's like thinking like, finally I'm a millionaire and I can go travel the world and see things. He's like, no, I'm going to be buried with all of it.
I've requested that my inheritance be turned into rolls of toilet paper that I will be buried with.
Yeah.
Golden toilet paper.
Golden toilet paper. And then, like, people try to come rob it that know what he's buried with because of the gold bars. But, like, he's also spent another $1 million to have, like, fucking ex-CIA sit around his grave to keep people from fucking robbing it.
He's got cards.
Instead of just like, giving it to his family.
His guards just fucking get drunk and high and pee on his grave. Yeah.
What a fucking Jew.
Oh, God. Alright, who else do we... Flower?
Flower and crickets, yeah.
Oh, crickets, yes.
Yeah, let's do crickets first. Like, how does crickets go out? Such a nonchalant motherfucker. Like, you almost forget, we almost forgot about him.
I know.
Like, how does crickets go out?
I think it's one of those things we're going to find out, 10 years later. We're going to be like, have you heard from crickets in a while? And, and they're going to be like, no. And, we're going to, look them up, and it's going to be like, he died at a game or something.
Yeah. Went to a heavy metal concert and choked on a pretzel.
Or he's just MIA.
Yeah.
One day he didn't come home and nobody has seen him since.
Yeah, and his wife didn't look for him, so we don't know.
And he just retreated into the woods thinking he would just get away from it all, but he lasted 2 weeks and got dysentery. Yeah. Shit himself to death.
But if we never have a body, we can't put a number on it. So how does that end up working? We can't. Oh,
no. We're watching this from above.
Yeah.
We know it all.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're factoring it out after the fact.
Right. He lasted 3 or 4 weeks in the woods.
I wouldn't even give him that long. His phone dies and you don't know what the fuck to do.
He's sitting around this is lame.
Yeah. Should I go back?
And he just sits there and just dies.
Yeah. He walks back up to his house and he sees somebody in there. It's just the cops looking for any information. And he's like, don't want to talk to him. I'm going back.
I'm going back. He eats the wrong berries or something.
Yeah. He just dies in some fucking ditch. Give me the age. What age?
51.
51. Okay. Hell yeah. Alright, let's go to Flower.
Alright, see, he has, the makeup of a dude that I can see, going into his 90s and being that just, scrawny old, show me your titties.
The guy with the Disney movie with the balloon.
Yeah. But he was, chubby and cute. This is Flower. He's, tall and scrawny and just,
creepy.
He's just, that creepy old guy that comes around to parties and, he's old, so it's it's funny because he's old.
Yeah.
But he's, trying to touch your butthole.
Yeah, his fucking great-great-grandkid's fucking girlfriend, he's trying to finger fuck.
Yeah. Your grandpa's weird.
Yes, grandpa, get the fuck out of here, dude. Fucking piece of shit. I used to smell your mama's butthole. He's a Falson. False Baldwin made over.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He's a yeah.
Absolutely. How he goes. He goes at 82.
Yeah, he makes it a while.
Yeah, 82, maybe 84.
Does he catch any sexual predator cases, or does he make it clean? It's 82.
See, I think he gets to that level, he sneaks by and gets to that level where, oh, he's an old man.
Yeah.
Like how you forgive old men for being creepy.
Yeah.
It's kind of actually kind of cute, how they're oh, they still want to fuck.
Yeah, it's creepy. You're more forgiving.
Right. Oh, look at this little guy trying to touch my titties. That's funny. Ooh, get out of my asshole.
Yeah. God, stop it. Get your grandpa out of here.
He pulls out a bag of gummy bears. Yeah. I saw this trick once.
I think we need to buy a plot of land and we all need to be buried together. No family members, no wives, just the dudes.
Yeah.
Just a dude plot.
Yeah, like Guy Party Cemetery.
Yeah. It's just like 30 miles into the fucking East Fork. The perimeter trail.
Yeah,
it's just like deep in that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. Like, you have to go through, like, unpaved trail.
Yeah.
Like, to get there. And then, like, there's this clearing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's, like, all these, like, fucking, like, dick-shaped tombstones and, like, bong-shaped and, like, fucking, like, beers. And, yeah, it's all this madness.
We're going to donate to the park we can put our cemeteries here. And they let us erect it because we somehow got famous and raised a lot of money. But then, like, as soon as we got, like, the cemetery with all our bodies, they, like, spray paint all over the motherfucker. We don't want people going there.
It's like Chernobyl.
Yeah.
There's too much toxic energy in there.
Yeah.
We're the definition of toxic male energy.
Yeah, man, we're a hodgepodge of degeneracy.
Absolutely. All right, man. How is it? How is it that you and me are going?
I don't know. This is tough. I mean,
I want to go Bonnie and Clyde.
Just the two of us?
Just the two of us.
Yeah.
Let's go Thelma and Louise.
Let's do it. All right, I'm down with that. So how do we get in that situation? Where we go, Thelma and Louise?
I'm just gonna say that probably Patrick Mahomes is involved.
Yeah. Like a future AFC championship.
Right. Yeah. We get the win because of what we did. Mm-hmm. We're not proud of what we did.
No.
But
the things we had to do for that win.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. They're gonna haunt our dreams, and we just say fuck it, and like rather than like coming home from KC, we just take that rental car and go to the Grand Canyon and then just fucking drive that shit off the cliff. So, and I feel like it's not like right afterwards because it's like, okay, what we did caused the Bengals to go to the Super Bowl, and we gotta watch.
Yeah, we gotta watch them win it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so it's like, we just like post up in like some cheap like New Mexico like motel on the side of like Route 66.
Yeah. Where we can still get cable.
Yeah, we're hanging out with like hookers and stuff like that. And Amber's like texting me like, where you at?
It's like, the lasagna's ready. Where are you at, Brandon?
And I'm just like, I just keep like, Daddy needs his medicine.
Yeah. It's like, babe, I did this for Cincinnati. She's like, what are you talking about? I need you home now. Meanwhile, I'm over in like the corner fucking a hooker, like, and like FaceTiming my cock in her vagina, sending it to Faust Baldwin. You're trying to be like all serious with your wife and shit.
What's that moaning?
I knew you were up to no good. It's like, baby, this is for our city, our counties, our communities.
Like, I'm telling you, I'm saving lives.
Yes.
By sacrificing my own.
Yeah.
And trust me, mine wasn't going anywhere.
I got sick of hearing about the kids asking about the last 5 minutes of movies.
It's just like next year. It isn't even like that far off. This is next fucking season. We're part of the reason the age is so low, the median age is so low.
Yeah, we thought it was Indiana. It's us. We beat them by 6 years. Who's the officer that goes and like meets with Amber to try to tell you to calm down? We got to make it somebody with Sheldon Peter. He's like, hey, baby. He's all like fucking getting stupid with her.
Yeah,
like,
and I'm just like, treat her well.
He ain't worried about the Bengals because he's a Patriots fan.
Right. Or I'm just like, that's a bad man. He's a bad man. Get away from the bad man.
Stay away from him. Keep him away from the
kids. And it's like, Brad, I might have to take care of something in Cincinnati. And you're just like, no. We came this far. We can't. And I'm like, you're right.
Wait, let's throw an oddball in it. I mean, an epic death is driving the car off the Grand Canyon, but do we have to go back and assassinate Sheldon Peter?
You know what would even be better? Instead of, like, driving our car off a cliff. Let's say, like, the Super Bowl is in LA that year again.
Mm-hmm.
And we just drive our car onto the field. We, like, rent, like, a U-Haul. And just barrel through all the barricades.
Yeah.
And just drive that shit onto
Right
the field.
And then just tape up a bunch of Twinkies. So when we get out, they think they're, like, dynamite. They just start...
All this, like, cream filling is going everywhere.
Yeah. Blood and cream filling, right?
Aaron Andrews comes from the sidelines. Like, guys, any last words? We're like, hey,
God, buddy. Joe Burrow goes out and throws for 600 fucking yards in the fucking
in the second half. Yeah. The second half alone.
Yeah.
we like disrupt the Taylor Swift halftime show.
Yeah. Just enough.
Just enough, yeah. Travis Kelce's up there, like, singing country songs with her. Like a retired Travis Kelce is there.
America thanks us. They don't even realize it.
We're buried as heroes.
Buried at the 50-yard line on the fucking Paycor Stadium.
Oh, yeah. We make the Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
There's no jersey number. It just says Guy Party.
Yeah. GP. Chester. GP.
I would do it.
Yes, so would I.
I would do it for the city. I would do it for the Bengals.
Because you know what? When Flower dies, they're not going to be in Mexico City. They're going to still be in Cincinnati.
That's right.
We won that Super Bowl for him.
That's right. Guy Party.
Yeah, I'm thinking like Platoon. Like, remember when William Dafoe comes out? Yeah, his arms are out like this. Like, cream fillings going everywhere.
They've got anthrax strapped to them. Keep shooting.
Yeah. We took like 86 bullets to the gut.
Oh, God.
The goddamn like cleanup crew comes out and there's just intestines and shit everywhere.
They haven't eaten in a week because they're just like living on minimum wage. So they're picking up the Twinkies and eating them.
Finally, they get us up. You know, have you ever like the long quiet pauses like when DeMar Hamlin went down?
Yeah.
But they finally get our bodies off and everyone starts cheering.
But as soon as like Taylor Swift like leaves the field, it's like the crowd just starts just chanting, Guy Party, Guy Party, Guy Party. That's how I want to die.
Yeah,
I want to die in a stadium where I'm just hearing a crowd going, Guy.
It's almost like the end of Gladiator when they fucking put him on the thing.
Yeah.
And they roll him out and they're all cheering for him. God, party. Yeah, because I forgot there's a stage in the middle of the field. Like, we completely ran through that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We killed a lot of dancers. Nobody cares about but they care about us. Because they're sick of it, too. God damn it. Sorry, Taylor Swift.
Yeah, sorry you had to go out with us, but it had to happen.
I mean, when you do your, like, third Super Bowl halftime show in a row because the NFL is obsessed with you. No, we said this was going to be next year.
Coming soon.
We're going to do some heinous shit in Kansas City to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. This is for you, Joe Burrow. Boners for Burrow.
Boners for Burrow. It'll be like the championship will be like legit. They'll count it, but it'll be stained like the 1919 Cincinnati Reds World Series, like the Black Sox scandal.
Yeah,
called the Guy Party scandal. Oh, there was that one year where we had the Guy Party championship.
The one Super Bowl we ever got. But you know what? Around Cincinnati, we're going to be local legends.
Oh, absolutely. like I said, Bengals Ring of Honor guy party.
Yeah, when Paycor stays in Cincinnati and they raise that GP with Chester P and Brad K. Right next
I
to
feel
Kenny
like
Anderson.
one of us is gonna become like super rich, ended up buying the Bengals and like renaming the stadium, like kill that contract with Paycor and just call it Guy Party Stadium.
Yeah, that needs to happen. And then like make the colors of the Bengals all fucking
Pink and yellow.
Yeah.
I honestly have wondered why pink has never entered the conversation. It's like, oh, it's girly. Whatever. Like, a lot of dudes wear pink now.
They do.
Yeah. Like, I always thought, like, if Cincinnati lost the Bengals and then we got back a team, what would be a dope name to call it is the Cincinnati Hogs. Because it's like a tribute to, like, the Porkopolis.
Yeah.
And make our colors, like, pink and black.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool.
That would be cool. Pink on black is pretty dope.
Yeah, yeah. And then we could also, like, tie baloney into it.
There you go. Yeah. Shit. You're a progressive thinker.
I know. I'm 2 steps ahead. But yeah, but I'm also dead in a year.
Yes. I'm going out with you, man.
All right, we're going to Blaze of Glory.
Thelma and
Louise style.
Yeah, dude. Take out Taylor and fucking Travis.
Win this thing for Cincinnati.
Well, yeah, win this thing for Cincinnati.
What is it? Get a win for Cincinnati.
Yeah, get a Hooray, Bengals. Put some points up on that board and get a win for Cincinnati.
Drive your car into the halftime show.
Yeah.
Kill Taylor Swift and get a win for Cincinnati.
Yes. Man, I love it. We haven't killed Patrick yet, but we've killed
like
Jackson.
half of our friends?
Yeah, well, that's it, yeah. Nuked Indiana.
Michael survived.
Yeah, he just goes back to Indiana. Like, they try to get him to stay on the Cincinnati side and, like, thrive. It's almost like Walking Dead style, but he's just like, nah, I'm going to go back in the wasteland. He just, like, never see her from again.
You know what really throws off the skis with the age thing? If you throw in Gay Ferratu.
Shit.
He lives to, like, 270.
Yeah.
just throws the average all kinds of off.
Yeah, they tried to take him off by pushing him off the edge at... Where did we go camping that one time? Where he broke his ribs.
Oh, yeah. Hocking Hills. River Gorge.
Yeah.
But he just turns into a bat and flies away.
Yeah.
Like a gay bat. Like, his wings are all, like, limp-wristed. Like...
What a faggot. He tries to suck a dick and falls off a goddamn... Yeah, that was the last we saw.
I just imagine, like, what happened there was, like the dude was like, and then, like, gave a pelvic thrust.
Oh, yeah.
And then just, like, knocked him back.
So he had a load in his mouth as he's falling. Like, do it in slow-mo, like some of the jizz is fucking...
It's like this, like this scene in, like, a war movie where there's, like, this, like, sad music, like, oh,
yeah.
And then, like, you see, like, little jizz, like, splatter on a tree leaf.
Yeah.
And then, like, as it splatters, you see, like, a slow-mo, like, Gay Ferratu falling down.
Yeah. And pans over, it's just, like, crushed, and, like, blood and
then,
jizz.
like, as he hits, like all the jizz comes out of his mouth and, like, falls onto a turtle. Like, the turtle shell is just covered with jizz.
And then it just plops in the lake.
and like,
credits.
It goes to credits, but it's old school, like, credits where it says F-I-N. Like, fiend. like the old French style. Fiend.
like you wanted a more epic, like, he comes back to life, and it's like, nope, jizz fell on a turtle, went in the water, came over.
K. Ferratu will not return.
Yeah, he won't. K. Ferratu will not. Like, not's capitalized. Oh, yeah. All
right, well,
I
think we have a good idea of how most of us are going to go.
Yeah. I mean, if anybody listening has any different ideas.
I feel like with you and me because of our heroism.
Yeah.
When the Bengals have their Super Bowl parade, I feel like they should have like just like big like either like the big floats like they have at the Macy's, like of our heads.
Oh, absolutely.
Or just like some like paper mache shit like a 3rd grade class came up with.
All fucking like disfigured. We look like
one of us like holding a beer bottle.
The float looks like that.
The old bumper sticker
with
the
guy party
boat and the blow up dolls on the boat. That would be one of the floats. Like, it would be like a giant boat with like a big like marionette version of us, like like dangling around or whatever.
And they blow like air into the hookers and like cash like falls out of their titties or like Bengals tickets or like Bengals fucking merch tickets or whatever the fuck.
And occasionally like there's like a little like thing in their mouth that's like sprays occasionally like into the crowd, like in the parade. It's like a Gallagher show, like where they have like the tarp that covers themselves because they like the hookers just like spit out cum.
It's like a Guar show. There's a Bengals Super Bowl parade.
Oh, dude, that would totally be like, it would be in our will. Like, both of our wills would say, like, in the Super Bowl parade, please feature a parade float with Guar.
Yeah. They fly him in. And they're like directly behind Joe Burrow.
They get like a fucking like Patrick Mahomes like head and cut it off.
Fuck yeah, I love it.
Best fucking Super Bowl parade ever.
Absolutely.
The only one worthy of Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Degen Town. And then, like, somebody takes up our cause to degenerate Cincinnati. It becomes, like, Sin City Part 2.
Yeah, dude, like, after we die for the Bengals Super Bowl, like, our shit gets, like, as big as, like, Tom Segura's. And,
absolutely. Absolutely. Like, we win awards posthumously or whatever.
It's like, oh, man, we want to buy these and like repost them and remaster them. we want to fucking use a clip it from what was that one? Ancestral fucking whatever, and put it in front of a Metallica clip on their fucking.
If you start the episode about tranny claws and you play Pink Floyd, it matches up exactly.
Yeah, it just becomes a whole cult thing. But in reality, we're just a bunch of drunks just talking shit.
We totally get Funkos.
Yeah, yeah.
We get tons of Funkos and like merch and shit like that.
Yeah. All after we died.
Yeah, like you go to like Kroger and there's like a Bear Claw machine and there's all these stuffies in there and there's like one of you and me with like beers in her hand. And the person like looks at it and they're like, eh.
Yeah.
And that person is Tom Gilpin. And then he says the same thing about his Dr. Bills.
Yeah.
And then he joins us in hell.
Yeah. So I knew I'd see you soon, motherfucker. Glad you saved your money. Let's party.
None of it mattered. Good job.
You can't save it anymore, you cocksucker. All right. Well, on that note,
we did an episode where we were fighting Debbie Downers, and then we just had like the Debbie Downerist episode.
And we just killed all our friends. God damn, how life works. It comes at you quick.
I love it.
Spread the word.
Hell yeah.
And then until the next episode.
Until the next one. Go! Party!